Hey, fan addicts, we're back at it. I know I've been gone for a while, but today I'm bringing some heat. I just got finished watching a UFC fight. It was Darren versus Tyron Woodley. It was a phenomenal fight, one of the most interesting fights I've seen in a long time. And I was very intrigued by this fight because they were two kind of diametrically opposed archetypes and fighters. I'm going to play some of the highlights. They're really quick, so you might see me replay them a couple times, and then I'm going to talk about it. So this fight was pretty cool. One, because Darren Till, he's a young fighter, right? He was undefeated as well. Very hungry. He seems as if he didn't want anything other than to be the best in the world. So it's very refreshing to see something like that. Also, he was kind of like the people's champion, right? He's very charismatic, and that kind of attracted the people to be behind him and to root for him and want to see him succeed because he was very passionate about it. Well, on the other hand, Tyron Woodley was kind of, he's a veteran fighter. He has fights against like Josh Koscheck and things like that. I wasn't even watching the UFC then. He also has probably not the most interesting personality, I guess you would say. Personally, I like Tyron Woodley because I don't really I'm not very charismatic myself, but who gives a fuck, right? So personally, I like Tyron Woodley, but that can be a knock against him if we say it like that. Also, he had some pretty boring fights because he was fighting fighters who were specialists, and they had very difficult toolkits. Right, so Stephen Thompson, very rangy fighter, likes to point fight you and kind of like wear you down through attrition and beat you that way. So he pretty much did what he needed to do to win that fight, to win a point match fight against Stephen Thompson. And then he fought Damian Maia, right? He fought Damian Maia. Again, he's like a specialist. So most of that fight, he was just defending the takedown. So it made for a pretty dull fight, and that deterred fans from supporting him because he kept claiming that he was, the best welterweight of all time and things of this nature, and he was calling out fighters like Jordan St. Pierre, and they just wanted to see him do something great, something good, but primarily that's because of his opponents. He didn't have the right opponents to really showcase his skills. But tonight, he put it on Darren Till. And I could tell, I was kind of worried, right? So when they came in, Darren Till did his little thing. He's standing in the middle of the ring, put his hand in the air, very charismatic, let the people rally behind him. Cool. Tyron Woodley was in there like mad, like somebody done stole his bike on Christmas Eve. Mad. Like he wanted to hurt that guy. And I used that. Yeah, he wanted to kill that guy. That's what it looked like. Like if I would have walked in the ring and I saw somebody, I'd have been like, "Yo, this, it's just a sport, right? Like we ain't really like enemies, Like I would have tried to talk him down because he was really trying. He looked like he was really trying to put it on him, and he did, man. Darren Till came out, and and this is what I expected. Darren Till, striker. He doesn't have he is a great striker, but he doesn't have the most diverse striking capabilities, right? He's southpaw, he'll come right at you, stand pretty tall with his little Muay Thai stance, hit you with a 1-2, right? He likes to put that left hand on you. He'll counter you with the left hand straight, right? Whatever. So I was expecting that from Darren Till. Full disclosure, this is my first Tyron Woodley fight. Because when I got into the MMA, he pretty much tore his labrum. Like that was when thought he had this labrum tear, and he was thinking about doing surgery or whatever. So I wasn't expecting Tyron Woodley to come in and be as dangerous as he was striking because he came from a wrestling background. So that was really interesting to see, honestly, because he came in there and he was putting some pace on Darren Till. I was expecting Darren Till to put the pace, but no. And then also he was doing these little clinches right here, and I think that was unfamiliar for Darren Till, and that might have put like a little strain on him. And see right there and right here, Darren Till comes in with this weird freaking combination. It's like lead, uppercut, straight combination. I mean, you leave yourself wide open. And Tyron Woodley is a counter puncher. Like he wants to counter you. He's patient. And you see right there, he just leaned back just so ever so slightly and then bombed him with that right on his damn chin, and he dropped. And that was crazy. I think if Tyron Woodley would have hit anybody other than Darren Till with that, the fight would have been over. I feel like the fight would have been over right there if he would have hit anyone with that. Because this dude is powerful. You can look at his body type. This man has some genetics. Pause. But yeah, he's strong. He's a freak of nature. And though Darren Till was tall, that weight cut might have took it out of him. There's no way. I mean, he's 6 foot. He weighed in at 169 pounds. Like Tyron Woodley, and I respect this. And that's how you know he's a professional. He wanted every pound he could keep. Because he did an interview, because I guess supposedly he missed weight. But really he didn't. He weighed in, without his trunks. And he weighed in exactly at 170. So I guess then when he came out, they told him to weigh in with his trunks. But of course you're going to be off because he weighed in exactly at 170 without trunks. So he wanted every little ounce that he can get because he knew Darren Till was coming in big because he's a big welterweight. And no, he put it on him. And he hit him with this. And then when he got him to the ground, he started throwing these elbows. Look, he put his back into it. Look at that. Look. Pause if needed. He was trying to hurt that guy. He was really trying to take him out of there. And I respect that because Tyron Woodley hasn't had the greatest fights. He really hasn't had the greatest fights. I'm glad that one of the first fights I saw was this one of Tyron Woodley's because I'm a fan. He has a new fan for me. His personality is not the greatest, but neither is mine. So fuck it. Well, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Was Tyron Woodley is he really that good? He looked phenomenal. Because Darren Till was running over people. He ran over Cerrone. I thought Thompson was going to give him some problems because Darren Till has a very orthodox approach. He just comes right at you, 1-2, standing tall, counter with the left straight. Cool. And then Thompson has these spinning kicks and side kicks and front kicks. He has a more diverse kit. But you know what? He won that fight. He went in there, did what he had to do, and beat Stephen Thompson. So I can't really take anything from Darren Till. I feel like I got to give all the praise to Tyron Woodley. He's a professional. He's a student of fighting. He displayed his knowledge, and it was impressive. On the other hand, do you guys think that weight cut took it out of Darren Till? Because Darren Till didn't have that pace. Maybe he thought he was going to wear down Tyron Woodley, gauge him for the first 2 or 3 rounds. It's a 5-round fight. It's a 5-round fight. He probably thought, I'm going to gauge him. Tyron Woodley's going to slow down in the later rounds. Because Tyron Woodley, Tyron was putting some pace on him early. Just a little bit. Enough to make him think, oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to tire out here soon. So was that his plan? Darren Till was just trying to wait it out? Or was he just zapped from that weight cut? So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. It was a freaking amazing fight. Here's some highlights. But y'all need to go stream it. Don't buy it. Don't pay $65 for this. It's great, but don't do that. Stream this somewhere. And then let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Peace, people.